Hello Scorpio and welcome to Soul Sundays. Scorpio, it's a quick 3-card spread, one for mind, body and soul for your week ahead. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for your week ahead. For Scorpio's week ahead. Please show me what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Spirit, can I please have 3 cards, one for mind, one for body, and one for soul? Please show me what is coming up for their week ahead. I thought it was the 9 of Angels that wanted to come out, but it didn't quite pop. Please show me what's coming up. There we have it. The release, metamorphosis, number 13. It's your card. Pretty cool because it speaks about transformation. What's interesting is that I feel like you're having a bit of a tough month as you come into your birthday season, okay? Because you're really having to accept that you're about to go through change. 2020 is going to be really quite big for you. Okay, please have 1 card. Thank you. Acceptance. It's interesting because this is the card for your mental state and this is one for your physical state, but the both are entwined this week, okay? It's really about accepting where things are, where you're going, what your body state's in. I feel like for a lot of you, you've either had children or you've gone through a change and your body's shifted, and you need to understand that that physical form has changed for you, and that's okay. And that's men included, right? Some of you have become dads and so your body has changed. Or for others of you, it's just a matter of accepting a certain situation for what it is and knowing that good is to come. I'm going to take the top card for you there, dependability. Beautiful. I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. Nice reading, Scorpio. Okay, so let's get stuck into it. You've pulled your card, right? Metamorphosis, number 13. It's quite interesting, the image in this book, and I'm just going to bring it up so I can show it to you. It represents death, right? But it's kind of, she reminds me of like, not a shaman, but one of the witch doctors that you'd see back in the day, if I was to describe it, or maybe Medusa crossed a witch doctor or something like that. There's a lot of symbolism in this card, right? You've got the snake for transformation, you've got trees, darkness, flames, like so many different bits and pieces. And then, of course, the love heart right on her sexuality, showing that, it's all entwined. What's really cool is that something's happened. You're either overthinking change or a loss, or something's happening, or maybe it's you've recovered from an illness, or something's floored you. Whenever we come into the month before our birthday from an astrological point of view, just as an FYI, it's always a tough month, right? Because you're getting to the end of the chart before you start your new year. It's like officially your new year. And for you, it's about fearing the unknown. I feel like you're a little bit lost. It's like, okay, freaking out, I'm coming to this point, or maybe it's a major milestone birthday, or maybe it's closing out this decade and you're realising that there's only 3 months left of the year and, there's a big shift coming up, okay? This card always comes up because it's a card symbolising radical change. Something's either going to leave or has left your life, and it's going to cause you to grieve, okay? It's a loss of a person, a situation, a belief, or something, a relationship. It's a natural part of a cycle. And it's causing you to think and think and think about what you could have done differently. You need to trust and have courage that whenever things leave our life, it's because something new is coming and it's being replaced by it, okay? And to fill the space between the old and the new with love, will only shield you from grieving the past and will help foster hope for a bountiful future. So it's saying try and look at the situation with as much love as you can. Whatever it is that's going on in your personal life right now that relates to that card, and I gave you a couple of examples of what it could be, it's asking you to try and view it with the eyes of love, okay? What's interesting is the next card that came out with it is acceptance. It's asking you to accept the situation and it's going to help you physically. So maybe it is for some of you an illness. Maybe you are recovering from a particular type of an illness, or you've been diagnosed with something and now you have to accept that that's what it is. This card also comes out to let you know that an unforeseen positive events are coming up for the horizon. So I want you to know that if you can just look at whatever the situation is right now, whatever you're going through, and this is not a light card, this is a major arcana, deeply transformative card where your mindset is at. I want you to accept that situation and know that something beautiful is coming within its place, right? Because look at this card. How gorgeous is that? You can almost see all the colours of the rainbow in this. But what I really love is it's men and women, and they're head to head, right? They're head to head in connection. And the name of the card, even dependability, is just gorgeous. But it's not what you think. It's about listening and respecting all points of view, but in the end being true to yourself, right? It's like, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I understand where you're coming from, I understand that you need to leave, I understand that this needs to shift, I understand that that's your perspective and how we raise our daughter, I understand that that's your viewpoint on this new person that's come into your life, or the cancer treatment for grandma, or whatever it is, right? But you need to actually be true to yourself. You need to put faith in the compassion of your heart and find comfort in knowing that love is the greatest love of all, okay? It's a card that's really speaks about the law of love being absolute, and that's what it is at the end of the day. There's only two things, right? Love versus fear. There's always two choices. You can stay in this fear state of not having the control, of not knowing what's coming next, or you can step into acceptance and choose the path of love. There you go, Scorpio. That was your reading for this week. I hope you found it helpful. I wish you a great week ahead. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know. And I'll be back with you next week. Take care.